Type 9.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Everyday Growth Advisors live stream webinar. I hope you guys are having a good morning. Welcome back. Happy Thursday, guys. Welcome to the webinar series that teaches you how to use the MACD and RSI with examples. Today we have a short webinar, not going to take too much of your time. Appreciate you guys taking the time out to be here. Lots of love to all of you guys out there. A little bit of a market update maybe. What a rally, right? We usually take the what's that saying? We usually take the escalator down and the elevator up and the escalator down. No, the elevator down and the escalator up. And now we're taking the elevator up and the escalator down. Really big rally here on the Nasdaq as well as the S&P 500 overnight. What a 2 days market pricing and all kinds of good stuff. Of course, this is a good time to take some hedges here against any long-term positions that you have. So remember, stay woke and manage your risk accordingly. We also have the VIX coming down here significantly, so showing you a little bit of fear moving out of the markets here back to 27. RIP to anybody who took calls up here. And so I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of that update there. The Dow Jones also looking pretty good here. Not the biggest rally as the other two, but still pretty decent. The Nasdaq leading the way here. The presidential election results are still awaiting a definitive conclusion, with Biden taking about 264 electoral votes versus Trump at 214. Biden needs Nevada to win here. If Nevada can be counted in time, looks like they still have a bunch of votes to count, so we'll see how that one goes. And yeah, there's still opportunity here. I don't know if Trump can actually do it. There's 20 votes here, 15 here. That's 35 plus 16. That's a total, 51, right? 20, 35 plus 16 is 51. Yes. 51. Yes. 41? 51. I'm pretty sure. Something like that. And so, it's pretty hard for him to win if he, really wants, of course, there's Alaska here that gives another 3. So 53, 54 plus 14 is 67. No, 68. So 268. He'll be two votes, 2 electoral votes shy, even if he wins everything over here, right? He needs to get a piece of Nevada as well in order to win. So we'll see how that goes. Looking pretty grim. I feel like, at this point, market will be starting to price in a Biden win. They have been pricing in a Biden win, so it is what it is. You guys know me. I'm not biased in any way. I could care less who wins, just as long as the market goes up. That's all I care about. Pre-market here looking beautiful, green as ever green. This is greener than the greener grass, emerald green that you would see. Google, Facebook, Amazon, big tech here leading the way with Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, AMD, Adobe, CRM, ServiceNow, PayPal, MasterCard, Visa. Lots of companies here being bought up, even NEE and Lint, whatever this is. So lots of good rallies today. Be cautious. I would say be cautious. Rug pull can be coming in anytime. So be extremely careful and, be very cognizant of what the market's doing, because anything can melt down at any given point. Today's webinar is concentrated on teaching you about 2 indicators that you can put into your trading signals. Okay. The first one is called the MACD, and the second is called the Relative Strength Index, or RSI. The MACD stands for the Moving Average Convergence Divergence indicator. And so I'm going to show you and kind of tell you what these indicators are, how they're used. They both are momentum indicators. They will show you when momentum is rushing into the market. They both can be used for individual signals, choices in signals, and they will tell you different things. However, they tend to have a similar effect at times. These indicators should not be used as standalone indicators. Once again, I'm going to repeat it again for people who just missed what I said. These indicators are meant to be used with other indicators. You need to line them up with other things. Your technical analysis, your price action analysis. You need to line them up with a bunch of different things, okay? And so over here, for example, I have a example of Enphase Energy, okay, which is a company that's trading upward now, and I have it on my watch list as a potential candidate. Anything purple on my watch list is usually a potential candidate here for a entry position. Anything with the red means it's bearish plays, possible bearish plays here. And so let me go through this with you guys. First of all, RSI. What is the RSI? It is the relative strength index. Shows you when the momentum within a stock is pushing towards overbought or oversold levels. Okay, above 70, which is this line over here, will show you when something is overbought. This is an overbought territory. But the reason why RSI is not a very reliable indicator is because look, even when something is overbought, it can continue being overbought for a while, and it can keep continuing to push up. And after even a slight relief, it can continue to even push higher. Just when you think it would start to push down, it can continue to push higher again for a second wave, okay? So how do you know when something's about to really come down? We usually track this by looking for divergence between RSI. You draw a trend line to show that the volume or the momentum is flowing out of the stock, and this way we call this a divergence play. When we see momentum slowing down, when MACD doesn't push as high anymore, after a rally, this is the reason why we don't chase rallies, right? This is a 4-hour chart, so this is a very long-term chart. One thing to know about both these indicators, the bigger the time frame, the more accurate the signal. Now, it doesn't mean that 4 hours is the most accurate. All I'm saying is avoid using shorter time signals like the 5 minutes unless you are scalping or day trading. Okay, if you're looking for a swing trade, you got to look at the respective time frame, which is like 4 hour or 1 hour, to get the pattern that is in question. Okay. So at 70, this would be a overbought signal. At 30, this is a oversold signal. Okay, that's the basics that you need to know about RSI. If you see a trend line that's going upward now, right, then that means that there is upward momentum on this RSI, right? So then the upward divergence, when it's converging this way, that would mean that the stock is turning bullish, okay? Now, if you combine this with where the stock is sitting at, which is a key level of resistance up here, if the Enphase is able to break above this resistance, it may continue to run up all the way to being overbought again, okay? And you can see the stock does this pretty often, right? It always consolidates near the top here. So chances are that this could continue to run here, Enphase Energy. This is one of the things that I would, just point out, okay? After earnings especially, right? Now, the MACD indicator, okay, is an indicator that has a couple of components. The first are two moving averages, which are usually exponential moving averages, EMAs, which are the 12 and the 26 EMAs. And when you deduct the 26 EMA from the 12 EMA, you get the blue line that you see over here, okay, the blue line. The blue line. Now, the blue line shows you the deduction between the 26 and the 12 EMA. The 9 line, which is the 9 moving average, this is what we call the signal line or the signal smoothing line, okay? And this usually lags behind the 12 and the 26 or goes above it in certain points, okay? And what this does is it creates a signal. This is the reason why we call it a signal. Whenever the 9 line, which is the yellow line, okay, the yellow line or the orange line over here, in my case, if it crosses the blue line from the top like this, right, if it crosses from the top like this and goes down, curving down, okay, this means that the main thing is it has to curve down and cross or touch, somewhat the blue line, which is, you can see over here, it starts to do that. That's a signal for you to start to sell, okay? That's a signal for you to start to sell. When the 9 line starts to cross from the bottom to the top, cutting upwards, that is a signal to buy, okay? So that's a signal to buy. So let me try to draw this out. Now, this doesn't mean that this is hocus pocus, okay, guys? So, across above to going downward like this, this is a signal to sell. Okay, this is a signal to sell. Across above like this, going upward above the blue line is a signal to buy. Okay, and so you get these signals because the shorter EMA is crossing over the longer EMA. Okay, it's a similar concept to how moving averages converge and diverge. Okay, so then I bet many of you are like, but T, what the heck are those histograms, right? What are these bars? What are these bars over here? What does that mean, right? What are these things? Well, what the bars tell you is actually the distance between the moving averages up here. Okay, they tell you the distance between the moving average. So when the distance between the moving averages are the biggest, you can see like right here, this distance was the biggest over here, okay, between the two. Okay, this is what this signal tells you. And when it starts to fade, you can see it down here. Look, the signal is the shortest, right? And so these lines that you see either going this way or, you know, going this way, they tell you when the moving averages are about to converge or diverge. Okay, so over here now you can see what's happening. We're getting another signal that's going to start to expand, right? Which means that the moving averages are going to start to get wider. Now, does that mean it's a confirm thingy? No, right? You need to confirm with your other parts of the signals. Okay, you need to confirm with other parts of the signal. So over here, you need to confirm, okay, where is the stock sitting? Does it have room to move up? It does have room to run up. Does the RSI have room to run up? Yes, it does have room to run up, right? Is this stock sitting above moving average? Yes, it is sitting above moving average. Has the volume been increasing? Yes, it has been increasing, right? And then you go into a smaller time frame and see what's actually going on, right? What's up with this, right? So you can see here, what's up, what's going on. It's starting to move up. It's starting to, you know, get into the zone over here. Let me take off some of the things here so you can see what I mean. Let's take out OBV as well. Starting to consolidate here and look at where it is now, 110, right? So it's going to open up above, right? So end phase is now at this point bullish, right? And it can run up all the way to 118, 120, a $10 upside from here, right? Okay, so generally speaking, you want to use a combination of different signals to come up with your trading ideas. Okay, by the way, guys, I don't know if you guys saw this, but KWeb went insane, right? I told you guys, I mentioned this on the live stream, I mentioned this a couple of times, that people, I saw, you know, from when I was recovering from my my sickness that I had, my flu, I told you guys I'll take a couple of days, and right when I came back, the first thing that I told you guys was, I see money flowing into Chinese stocks, right? And you can see exactly 1 week later, you can see what happened with KWeb here. KWeb, which is the Chinese Internet ETF. I put a infographic out. If you want to know what the top holdings of KWeb are, check out the infographic that I put out just earlier today. This is an infographic I put up. These are what the 10 top holdings of KWeb are. You can have a look at it, you know, there you can also go look at KWeb itself and see what is in that ETF. Lately, we've been putting out a lot of great content, so I highly recommend you guys following me on Instagram, because this is where I put out a lot of great educational material for you guys for the free. Okay. So the histograms here, they show you when and how these moving averages are going to converge or diverge. And when the histograms are far apart, that means that the signal is far from converging, so there is room to run. The moment you see start to fall, then okay, the moving average is starting to come down. So you can see it here, right? You know, opens up, starts to diverge, and then start to come down, and then the signal crosses over. This is a signal to sell, right? Look here, signal to sell, right? This was a signal to sell, and look what happened right after that, right after this, right? And also here you can see it lined up with your RSI being slightly overbought here. You can see what happens as stock comes down, right? Okay, so this is this is how you use it. You got to use it lined up with other kinds of things. You don't just say, oh, the signal is right, so I got to go in. No, it has to line up with other things. It's here, it's about to cross down, RSI is overbought, and it failed to break out a resistance here. Okay, this is a positive signal, right? Okay, you get it? You can't just use one piece of this and say RSI is high, I'm going to sell. Or you say MACD is about to cross, I'm going to sell. But then somehow the stock is like somewhere down here. No, it doesn't work that way, okay? That could be a false signal, okay? So that's why you got to be extremely careful. All right. Let me read some of these comments here. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. What's up, Nathan? How are you doing? 5 o'clock club. Hell yeah. Thank you for your hard work. Melissa, what's up? Good morning. Shri, hey. What's up, Shoei? Big City Sound. What's up, man? This beat, though. Yeah. You know how we do it. We got Type 9 the beats always. Azusina, what's up? Good morning. Hi, Joanne. Matthew, what's up? Good morning. Yep, this really murked me. This really murked me. Oh, no. Stairs up, elevator down. Yeah, that's what we usually say. Well, this time we took the elevator up and we took the stairs down before this. What's up, Evelyn? Good evening. How are you doing? Ryan, how are you doing? Chris, what's up? Hi. Poco, Molo, Woko. What up, man? Death Cross, Golden Cross. Same principle? Similar principle, but not exactly the same. MACD's using a shorter moving average combination. You could use the same indicator, but on a daily chart, then you would get a similar effect. But personally, I like using 1 hour time frame with 50 crossing over the 150-200. That's my pick for the Death Cross and Golden Cross. I find those to be pretty accurate. Danny, what's up? Good morning. T, what do you say about people who don't use the news or indicators but only use the direction of the market to trade? How accurate can those people be? Actually, to be honest, Ryan, I think that's a more accurate way than even using any of these indicators. If you realize, what is my usual setup? My usual setup doesn't even have MACD on my indicators list. I don't use MACD. It's not because I don't like it or I find it bad. No, it's not that. It's just I like to keep it simple. I like to keep it to price action. That's what I trade. And I keep RSI down here to tell me when something is approaching a exuberant level. When I see something like this, when RSI goes into the 80s, 90s range, that's when I know when I have to start to short. You see what I mean? Like when you see QQQ right now on the 1 hour, we're still at 70-ish, right? We could still push up technically, right? We could still push up if we really wanted to, okay? In fact, let me just draw this trend line out real quick. And so, yeah. So I use RSI to tell me when things are getting exuberantly overbought. Enjoying this informative stream, T. Thank you, Max. Appreciate that. Saw the KWeb graph this morning. Fire. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that. Thanks for the information. No problem, Aaron. Always got you. Don't worry about it. Got you. Thank you, Jeremy. What's up? Do you ever use 1334 average? No, unfortunately I don't. I stick to the fifth. Even my regular moving averages here for my trading style is 50, 150, 200. It just boils down to comfortability, what you're used to over the years. I like using bigger moving averages to smooth out the signal and give me less anxiety when I'm trading, so that I don't feel like I'm like constantly freaking out, like, oh my god, it's going up, and then next minute, oh my god, it's going down. No, I don't like that. I like the smooth signal tell me the general trend of direction, and so I like to keep my moving averages on a slightly bigger scale. Cool. I think that kind of summarizes. Now we'll look for other opportunities here. Let me see on my watch list here and see what kind of other tickers are giving opportunities here. Oh, where did my... Wait a minute. Never mind. Oh, that's annoying. I had my list here color-coded and it somehow went away. Try Square. Okay. Square here is approaching... It's approaching a phase where it's fading, right? It's approaching a phase where it's fading, like approaching overbought, right? Hey T, just joined in. What level do you consider as to overbought? Overbought is 70 technically, but it could push above 70. It could go 80 too. 30 is usually oversold, but it could go below 32. See, like here, it went to 22 or 20, right? So it really depends. What time frames do you use to judge your RSI for a day trade, scalp or swing? Day trade, scalp or swing, I would do a 10-minute or a 15-minute chart. 15 minutes the best, to be honest. 15 is the best. I like 15 minutes. So like Square here, this would probably be like, RSI way overblown here. So I would say, good time to possibly take shorts on Square. Can you show Amazon in MACD and RSI? Sure. You want to generally look at it on a 1 hour chart though. So Amazon here looking, you know, at a point where you can see the histogram here. You see how it's like slightly fading? So you can see that this is possibly about to drop, right? About to drop, maybe. But it's going to open up. It's going to gap, right? So that's what's going to happen there. Could you please analyze? So unfortunately, on webinar days, we don't do no analysis. Come back tomorrow. On Friday, give me those tickers. I'll gladly analyze them and tell me what you're seeing. So in order for me to kind of give you some help on those. Today, it's going to be a very short stream. We have only about 8 minutes left on the stream. I want to keep it short and sweet. So people who are tuning in, watching replays, they don't have to go through a bunch of information that, you know, it's not needed. So the webinars are meant to be very short and sweet, succinct information that is digestible very quickly. Okay. So Amazon here looking like it may start to fade, right? And if the moving average starts to converge here, then the signal line is going to give you a signal, right? Remember, the signal here is the orange line, right? So then the signal starts to fall, move. If it could still go, it's going to open up higher, and then it will fall over it, okay? So that's what I see here. Smash the like button, folks. Thank you very much. Yes, if you are here and you enjoyed the stream so far, make sure you smash the like button. You know, subscribe if you haven't. We do this Mondays through Fridays. Every single day we do a different thing, and you know, this stream's about to really change in the future. How does volume impact RSI? Volume does impact RSI by the momentum that comes in. So I like to play the RSI together with the OBV, which is the on-balance volume, which is also another momentum indicator together. Those will usually give you a good idea on where momentum or how momentum is impacting. The more volume there is, it doesn't like impact RSI completely, but RSI and OBV go hand in hand. So I like using those two together instead of using regular volume. Try using that next time, Ram, and you'll see a big difference. Thank you for the likes, guys. Appreciate it. Make sure you guys, you know, just continue hitting that thumbs up so that we can get people to view this stream more. Zen, let's see. So the RSI and Zen here are starting to converge a little bit, right? And then you can see what's about to happen here. This line over here, the blue one's about to come down, and then it will start to, you know, converge into the signal line giving you that chart. And you can see here, the signal's starting to fade a bit, right? Starting to fade. So it will start to get bearish in a little bit, right? So you got to be careful here. Do not take a bullish position here. Those are the ways you're going to use this. Also, remember, it broke out of resistance. It's been consolidating up here. It could continue to run, but you want to be extremely careful. How you want to do this is measure the retracement here. So from the top down, from the top here, use the fib retracement to the bottom, the swing low here. You can see the 50% retracement will be at here, exactly where the resistance is. This is where you would be looking at for Zen to retrace to, right here. Something like that. So you can see approximately where it's going to come to. This is the 50% retracement. That's where you would expect it to come to within that box. Cool, cool. All right, awesome. I think I covered majority of what I needed to cover. I appreciate you guys taking the time out to be here. Remember today, once again, this week, be very, very cognizant of what you do. This is where we have our retracement target here. If you're wondering, the 38.2 or the 50, these two will be the essential targets for the retracement down. What goes up has to come down. So, you know, I highly recommend you guys not to be exuberant here and don't try to catch the top here. Don't try to, you know, do anything crazy. Just hedge your portfolio, be safe, all right? Of course, don't be trading VIX here, all right? I don't think you should be trading VIX here. Or sorry, not VIX, but UVXY. Try to buy shorts on SPY and QQQ instead. Those would be much more better price and liquid. All right, cool, awesome. Have a great night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the weekly roundup. Make sure you bring a ticker so that we can, you know, do a breakdown tomorrow and vote on next week's ticker. So have a great day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, guys. Much love to all of you.